welcome back. We've told you a number of times about this far-left attack dog blog site called Media Matters for America. One of their main goals is to destroy Fox News Channel and run us out of off of television. How's that working out so far? But now the Daily Caller has, through a Freedom of Information Act, gotten their hands on some internal email between the Department of Justice and Media Matters, because apparently what they were doing is they were coordinating essentially propaganda between the Department of Justice and Media Matters for the critics of the Department of Justice, of Eric Holder, of Fast and Furious, and stuff like that.
The big part of the story here is that it's supposed to be a non-profit organization, so it gets taxpayer money. So should it be in the tank for one political side?
It shouldn't be called the Justice Department for anything.
It's the Department of Justice for all of us. It shouldn't be political. It shouldn't be to the left. It shouldn't be to the right. It should, like the lady with the scales. Tucker Carlson says, he runs Daily Caller. He says Media Matters is working with the DOJ, and the top guy there, the Attorney General, probably knows it.
It is getting together with Media Matters, which is a tax-exempt, left-wing political organization, to create so-called news that would not exist otherwise. And by the way, I believe Eric Holder is aware of this. I think he's very aware of this press coverage, and I think that she is doing this at his direction.
If you go to the Daily Caller site and you see the emails, you can see that very clearly the Department of Justice is coordinating messages against Fox News Channel, against Darrell Issa, members of Congress, and even against members of the Department of Justice staff. Is that ethical? I bet there's an investigation.
Now, the rest of your headlines for Wednesday. Orrin Hatch's Democratic opponent warning Utah voters not to re-elect the six-term senator this November because he might die in office. Senator Hatch is 78 years old. Scott Howell, the opponent, 58. Hatch's campaign manager is calling the comments outrageous and offensive.
I think so. Meanwhile, I think anyone would. Kentucky woman already in trouble for driving drunk just landed some extra time over a Facebook post. Police say 18-year-old Paula Asher was over the legal limit when she crashed into a car with 4 teenagers inside. But after the accident, she wrote about the DUI on Facebook and added LOL, the abbreviation for laugh out loud. Parents of the teen saw the post and told the judge, who then sentenced Asher to 2 days in jail and ordered her to delete the Facebook page. She'll be back in court to face charges for the accident later this month.
Meanwhile, a Harvard professor unveiling this ancient 4th century piece of paper that reportedly quotes Jesus, referring to a wife whom he identifies as Mary. But it may not be actual proof that Jesus was married.
This is an old story. It's probably a new find, but it doesn't really give us anything more, except if someone wants to say that this fragmentary piece of papyrus is evidence, well, that would be good.
Well, Father Mark Array says that the paper or papyrus shares similarities with Gnostic Gospels, which were the writings of an early sect of Christians.
Federal Reserve Chair Ben Bernanke is printing more money to try and boost the economy.
But since you can't print more money,
Ramsey to the rescue. Check it out.
What can you do to dig yourselves out of debt?
Yeah, a personal finance expert and now a guy who's going to have opposable action figure, Dave Ramsey, joins us right now. Dave, good morning to you.
That's painful, guys.
No, we just took a picture of you. Took a picture yesterday, and we just put it up there.
You don't like being a superhero?
Or a man in tights.
Luckily, we're only showing the upper half of you currently in that suit.
Occasionally, I am truly speechless, and this is one of those moments.
Well, Dave, I did not know that we can't print our own money. I've been doing that.
Well, that's a little scary, Brian. We're going to have to check out the copier in your basement. That's one way to get out of debt, I guess. Actually, it's not. It's not going to work. All they're trying to do is flood the market with monetary policy here in